Hello my country people, welcome back to Spice Channel TV. Thank you for always coming out here. If you're joining us for the first time, please kindly subscribe and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. Now there seem to be panic in at least 21 states of the Federation following the Supreme Court judgment which stopped allocation to non-democratically elected local government chairmen. It was reported that the judgment delivered by the Apex Court on Thursday gave victory to the third tier of government, bringing an end to the long years of struggle for the local government's autonomy. In the landmark judgment, the Supreme Court had endorsed full autonomy for the 774 local governments in the country to put an end to the gross abuse of their affairs by some of the state governors, and it ordered that funds from the Federation's account in the credit of the councils must be paid directly to their respective bank accounts. And in the same vein, the court banned the governors and their previews from directly or indirectly receiving, tampering or withholding funds meant for the local government henceforth. And the judgment was delivered by Justice Emmanuel. The governors were also banned from dissolving democratically elected officials for local governments, and that doing so would amount to a breach of the 1999 Constitution. In the unanimous judgment of the seven-man panel of justice, the Supreme Court agreed with the Attorney General of the Federation and the Minister of Justice, and also a senior advocate of Nigeria, SAN, Prince Lateef, said that the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria recognizes local government as the third tier of government. The justice also agreed that some state governors have in the past 2 decades been using Nigeria's constitution to perpetrate unconstitutional acts, and the argument of Fagbemi San is that the constitution permitted governors to receive money on behalf of the local government, but do not permit them to spend such monies on their behalf. Among others, the Apex Court had ordered the Federation's account to withhold funds of local governments where democratically elected leaders are not in place. Fagbemi had in May 24th this year, on behalf of the FG, dragged the 36 governors before the Supreme Court over alleged misconduct in running the affairs of local governments in the country. The AG had instituted the court's action against the governors, primarily seeking full autonomy for the local government as the third tiers of government in the country. The governors who were sued through their respective state attorney general demanded dismissal of the suit on the ground that the Supreme Court has no jurisdiction to adjudicate in the matter, and that the suit did not disclose any reasonable course of actions against them. And the request for dismissal was, however, rejected by the judges for being frivolous, vexatious, and lacking in merit. The suit is predicted on 27 grounds, among which are the Nigerian Federation, that the Nigerian Federation is a creation of the 1999 Constitution, with the President as the head of the federal executive arm of the Federation, and has sworn to uphold, to give effect to the provisions of the Constitution. And apart from ordering that monthly allocation, it should be sent directly to all local government areas. The Supreme Court had also ruled that the local government areas being administrated by non-democratically elected chairman should not receive allocation. With the judgment, several local government areas spread across 21 states would not receive this July allocation from the Federal Account Allocation Committee. These include Rivers State, because we know what's happening in Rivers State with the expiration of the Pro-Wike chairman. And Governor Fubara recently swore in some caretaker committee members that would oversee the affairs of Rivers until October 5th, where Rivers State will conduct her local government elections. Jigawa State, Anambra, Kwara, Imo State, Benue State, Zamfara also would be affected, Bauchi State, Plateau, Abia, Enugu, Katsina, Kano, Sokoto, Yobe, Ondo, Osun, and Akwa Ibom and Cross River. Also, Delta might as well be affected as they are yet to, go ahead with their local government elections. But then their local government elections in Delta State is scheduled for tomorrow Saturday in the state, in all local governments across the state. So theirs is under probability pending, after the conclusion of the elections and when these chairmen will be sworn in fully into their offices. Meanwhile, some of the states had before now fixed dates for local government polls. Some others have no immediate plans to put up democratically elected chairmen, and this development has really puts the governors, the state governors, in a very, shaky moods, with the Anambra State Governor, Professor Chukuma Soludo, announcing that the Governors Forum would hold an emergency meeting. And after the emergency meeting, the Governors Forum had said, well, they are quite happy over the news, they are pleased with the news, but Nigerians knows that deep down, they are not pleased. Deep down, it's paining them because they won't have a chance to cut and divide the money going to the local government council. Because most times when this money come for the local government, it goes through the state governors, and then the state governors will cut the money into two and then take some parts for themselves and then push the remaining parts for the local government councils, which has, it has limited the capacity of local government chairmen across the 777 local governments in the federation from, performing their duties as a result of lack of funds, insufficient funds to go ahead and push their duties and their functions in their respective local government areas. Soludo, who was also guilty of non-conduct of council polls, spoke after a closed-door meeting with President Bola Tinubu at the State House on Thursday. He, however, praised the court decision, saying it was a democratic process which should be commended by all Democrats. And yes, a lot of Nigerians have commended this move, that it would also, push out the governor's influence, towards the local government funds, and how they tend to divide the money into two. And this would also promote accountability. It will promote transparency in the utilization of public funds and public resources at all levels. And this in turn would also, be helpful to all local governments in the federation. Meanwhile, this development has attracted diverse reactions from Nigerians. A lot of people have been reacting to this. The president had commended this move, saying that there will be no more excuse from the local government council chairmen concerning the provision of good governance to their people. In terms of, them performing their functions, they wouldn't have any excuse because now they are being funded directly. Also, Atiku Abubakar had also, praised this very rule from the Supreme Court. Atiku had praised the judgment. Senator Akpabio had also urged governors to respect the Supreme Court judgment and not to tamper with monies from, going to the local government council. So guys, what are your thoughts on this? I'm dropping here. Kindly share your thoughts concerning this in the comment section. Thank you.